You know what I don't really understand and what I'd like to understand? I'd like to simply understand why there are so many different disjointed applications out there. There are so many different simple things that we want to do on a daily basis, but there's no easy way to integrate it with another application. Like for me, I use Google Sheets a lot. And I always come into this problem where I have to manually move data around, and I'm like so confused as to why there hasn't been an improvement in a lot of these products that are pretty popular to be able to let you take the information and integrate it into a Google Sheet workflow. Like for example, I make content, right? I not only make content in the sense that I have to think about ideas, but then I also need to deliver on that content. And there's so many different steps within this where it's like, okay, I want to use Google Sheets. And this is literally start to finish. This is the ideation through the follow through of the fulfillment of the video be completed. Like if you look at my workflow, I have products that include Google Trends, which showcase to me what topics I should discuss on my YouTube channel. And then I also have even the fulfillment of getting some of these edits done via going on Upwork and looking for good video editors. And I want to store that information in Google Sheets, and you'd think those two companies are huge. You'd think they'd have Google Sheet integrations, right? No, they don't. But lucky for you, Magical is going to be able to provide you with a solution to integrate nearly everything, right? So for me, start to finish, ideation through fulfillment of the edits. So let's get going on this workflow. All you simply have to do is go to the Chrome store and install it into your web browser. And then you can pick from any number of integrations. As you can see here, there are so many different ones that you can see, whether it be taking different items from Upwork, putting them on Google Sheets, and the same goes for Google Trends as well. So I'm gonna show you that entire workflow now. So for me, I'm gonna look up different content ideas that I think would do well. So if I go to trending now, and if I check out by relevance, you'll see that there's a lot of interesting trends in the last 24 hours. But what about like in the last so often? I guess I wanna look up on the Explorer, let's look up productivity apps. And you can see on Google Trends, I have some data here, and it shows some related queries that are growing. So let's check about in the last 90 days. I'm curious what's doing well. So let's look up some productivity topics like task management in the last 12 months. And then let's grab some related topics like best task management software for individuals. That seems like an interesting keyword that I could make a video about. All right. What if I go to here in Magical? You'll see that there's a lot of different options for automations out the box. And if I click on this, it's really cool. I can actually add site info labels. Like for example, if I wanted to make a change here, I could simply press this edit button and I could make an adjustment here to grab whatever data I wanted. For example, I could select this data and label the info related search or related query, I guess I could say. So we got related query, which is at the top one here. So I could basically figure out what the top query is for task management. I could continue to grab more. So I could even make it not only related query, but related query 1, for example, and then like grab all 5. So let me just go through that. Related query 2, right? You'll see it grabs that now. I don't really care about the related topics as much, so I can remove that if I want. I can hide that. Do related query 3, and then just like literally grab the top 5 from, or the top 3 I think is good for my own reference as to like what related queries are based on topic, right? This search term that I'm using in Google Trends. I could add more if I wanted, obviously, but I'm just gonna stick to the 3. And then this is like the site info labels that I have that could then get easily ported over to a spreadsheet, so I can go through and keep up with my different task management and project management and like note-taking searches that I do on a consistent basis, because those are the type of videos I make. I make content about productivity. So I can see what's trending. And rather than copying and pasting these, after making a simple setup like that, so what I can do is with Google Trends, I can open up a bunch of different windows. So I'm gonna duplicate this tab a couple times, right? Grab some topics that I enjoy to think and talk about. So like I'm gonna change this with project management. I'm gonna do note-taking. Time management's another good one. Study, habits. All of these are good like productivity tools, keywords, and productivity like workflow keywords. So now when I press add to a new spreadsheet and press all tabs, you'll see it will make an entirely new spreadsheet for all of my open tabs for all these different topics with the 3 related queries, a search term that I looked up, and it's all in one neat place. Now, what were to happen if I wanted like to look up more topics? Maybe email management, right? Let's look up that. Now, if I click on this, you'll notice that this new automation popped up, which actually, when I press it, allows it to get added to the sheet I already made, not a new spreadsheet. right? So this is the trends.google magical right there. You see email management pops up. Look at that. So I can simply go through on Google Trends and continuously find different related queries and ideas. And as you can see, AI project management is inside of this project management query, and I think could be a good term to use. And you see AI for note-taking in here, AI note-taking for meetings. That's the top one. And I think that's been doing well on YouTube. So maybe I should make more content about that. So as you can see, I can go through these different search terms, add it to my Google Sheet, not need to do copying and pasting, and pretty much integrate between those two applications by creating this automation very quickly. Now, say I was sourcing talent through a product like Upwork in order to edit these videos. In order to simply look up video editor, I could make a new automation here. And let's check this out. We got URL. Okay, let's grab something here like full name, right, as a saved label. Let's add some more here. Let's grab another one like, so I have this search for video editor. Let me click on one of the profiles and then go here to the side. And let's grab some of the info here. So it already has full name and URL, but let's grab a couple other pieces of context. Let's grab like this item, and I can see like job success score. And let's find what else we got. We look at another one. For example, there's an availability reference usually, like hours per week. It's like as needed. As you can see, this says more than 30 hours a week, so I just do want to capture that. So let's go. I'll just call that hours available. Perfect. Now we got some info here. We can grab anything else we want, like total earnings, for example, and then total hours. And or this would be total jobs, and then we could add total hours next to it. Okay, so let's go through this, and I'm simply going to press add to new spreadsheet, and you'll see his information is going to get added to the spreadsheet, right? So that's pretty cool. I have this added without much effort whatsoever. His hours available, more than 30 a week, success score, total earnings, total hours, total jobs, Mohammed right there. Now let's go through and find more people. Let's go through here. Let's add a manual. If I had more than one tab open, it would be able to add all tabs too. But I could also just go one by one and be like, oh, interesting. I want to learn more about Alexander. All right, and if I go back here and click on my Google Sheet again, you'll see that we actually have all of these right here. And if I open up any of the URLs, it actually bring me right back to that profile. So I don't have to do anything except click the link for when I'm storing all of these different things inside of here. So if I click on one of these, for example, you'll notice that I was able to track all of the different people I added, like Anton right here, into my Google Sheets. And I didn't really need to do anything except click a button and then press add, which is so cool. And you'll notice the name matches up with the Google Sheet that was made. So if we wanted to, we can do this for not only video editors, but multiple different people we're looking at. And I could add a little column here that's like status. And I could say whether I'm like interviewing them, hired, or something else like archive for people we don't really want to work with anymore, or like they didn't work out. So as you can see, I was able to get my ideas from Google Trends, put it into a nice little Google Sheet to figure out ideas of content I wanted to create. And I was able to source editors. And this is awesome because Google Sheets is like my go-to. And there's no way for me to have these integrations. Like it would be just so nice if I could press a button here and it like integrated with Google Sheets and added it to a Google Sheet. Lucky for me though, Magical basically allowed me to create my own integration, even though Upwork is a very, very large company and Google's even bigger. And Google also, it'd be nice if Google integrating with Google was a lot easier. Unfortunately, it's not. But fortunately, Magical allows you to make disjointed applications work amazing together, whether it be Google Sheets or other products. Make sure to check out our Chrome extension today. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.